Standing still is the fastest way of moving backwards in a rapidly changing world. Life is not what you expected it to be. You don't always win your battles, but it's good to know you fought. Imagination is the highest kite that can fly. I spent my childhood in New York, riding on subways and buses. And you know what you learn if you're a New Yorker? The world doesn't owe you a damn thing. Each time a friend dies, the present becomes the past, in an instant. I like to work with really good professional people, anyone with real talent. If you want me, just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just put your lips together and blow. A planned life is a dead life. It's not an old movie if you haven't seen it. Here is a test to find out whether your mission in life is complete. If you're alive, it isn't. The best things in life are clean living, good works, and big sapphires. And not in that order. Men need to feel important. They feel better when they're with younger girls or unknown girls. No one has ever written a romance better than we lived it. I think your whole life shows in your face, and you should be proud of that. We live in an age of mediocrity. I've always felt that work, learning from people who know more than I know, is what keeps you going. In the world of relationships, possibly the most complicated, uncommon, hard to find, hard to keep and most rewarding has got to be friendship. One thing I am convinced of is that the more you do, the more you can do. Being a liberal is the best thing on earth you can be. You are welcoming to everyone when you're a liberal. You do not have a small mind. After the age of 30 in the movie profession, you're pretty well over as far as the casting people are concerned. You can't start worrying about what's going to happen. You get spastic enough worrying about what's happening now. Legends are all to do with the past and nothing to do with the present. How in hell can you handle love without turning your life upside down? That's what love does, it changes everything. The first time anything happens to you, your first love, your first success, the second one is never the same. You can't always be a leading lady. A woman isn't complete without a man. But where do you find a man, a real man, these days? Acting is a life of rejection. When you talk about a great actor, you're not talking about Tom Cruise. Most women use more brains picking a horse in the third at Belmont than they do picking a husband. Looking at yourself in a mirror isn't exactly a study of life. Young people, even in Hollywood, ask me, "Were you really married to Humphrey Bogart?" "Well, yes, I think I was," I reply. They think actors are freaks, that we're a lot of drunks who party all the time and never work. Well, I for one work my tail off. Growing up takes longer than you think. Isn't hope an incredible, a wonderfully demented thing? God, if the press ever quoted anyone correctly, it would be brilliant. All actors are terrified, they just learn how to control it. The best thing about dreams is that youth holds on to them. Childhood anxieties, childhood fears, never disappear entirely. They fade, but not away. To fly as fast as thought, you must begin by knowing that you have already arrived.